Up in the extreme north of Europe, there's a quiet stretch of road that leads directly into Russian territory. For a small nation like Norway, sharing a physical land border with an aggressive superpower is a daily geographical reality. This chart shows the scale of that challenge. When you compare the active military personnel and heavy armor of Norway against the sprawling Russian armed forces, the disparity is immense. Norway lacks the raw manpower and hardware to mount a conventional defense alone. For decades, they relied on a solution outside their own borders. Norway survived the Cold War and the tense years that followed by leaning on the overarching nuclear deterrence provided by the United States and NATO. That freezing border is the ultimate stress test for European security. If a frontline state like Norway begins to doubt its protection there, it signals a broader breakdown in the post-World War II defense architecture. Those doubts are growing. Recent political turbulence and shifting foreign policy priorities in Washington have left European capitals wondering if American security guarantees remain as certain as they once were. When the absolute certainty of NATO backing shows structural fatigue, a power vacuum forms directly over European airspace. Inside the Storting, Norway's parliament in Oslo, that vacuum is causing immediate political anxiety. Lawmakers realize their northern flank is exposed, forcing an urgent search for a contingency plan. A geographically vulnerable nation facing a constant military threat cannot afford to wait for a hesitant ally across the Atlantic. They require a protector with a more immediate, local stake in their survival. That protector is stepping up from Paris. Following the UK's exit from the European Union, France holds a unique position as the bloc's only independent, fully capable nuclear power. Instead of keeping its nuclear arsenal strictly for self-defense, Paris is extending its sovereign deterrence outward, creating a protective radius over its European neighbors. This shield now encompasses Norway, forming a direct link to Paris, securing a closer protector, independent of US political shifts. President Emmanuel Macron is positioning France to take a lead role in European defense, effectively leveraging this nuclear arsenal to increase Paris's influence over the continent's strategic decisions. Security comes with a political price. In exchange for extending its nuclear deterrence, France gains significant weight in the continent's military and political direction. Norway's pivot represents the most visible part of a quiet exodus from exclusive reliance on the United States. This timeline tracks the shift in real time. Over the last few years, 9 other European nations have already signed on or initiated advanced talks to integrate into the French defense framework. Combined, this group of 10 nations is building an autonomous European security apparatus, one that operates under French leadership. This coordinated restructuring across 10 nations signals a move away from the traditional unipolar NATO order. A centralized, independently armed Europe alters the global balance of power. It reduces Washington's diplomatic leverage, as the US can no longer use its military umbrella as its primary tool for influencing European foreign policy. These shifts ripple far beyond Europe. When nations secure their own defense, it changes the nature of global partnerships. Take India, for example. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government has steadily deepened its strategic alliance with Paris. A more influential France provides New Delhi with advanced defense alternatives outside the traditional spheres of influence. The rise of a multipolar world allows regional powers to move beyond the old US-Russia binary, negotiating defense and trade on their own terms. Norway's pivot suggests that the era of exclusive, unquestioned reliance on US nuclear protection in Europe is now being challenged by regional alternatives. This conceptual visualization contrasts the two models. The 20th century system relied on a single, massive American shield covering the entire Western world. This is giving way to a system of multiple, sovereign regional networks. The unipolar world order is fracturing through the quiet signing of strategic defense agreements in Paris.